With 1.2 billion young people around the world, USIP sees the need to support the efforts of young peace builders working to create change in their communities. Generation Change is a fellowship program for emerging leaders engaging in preventing electoral violence, addressing gender-based violence, countering violent extremism, and other critical efforts that reduce violence in societies. Our current Generation Change Fellows are from 9 countries in the Middle East and Africa. We support these fellows by enhancing their conflict management skills, by engaging them in a community of practice that emphasizes peer mentoring, and by offering continuing education through our global campus online courses. One example of a Generation Change Fellow working to build peace in her community is Hodan Hassan from Kenya. In June, Hodan completed our Generation Change Training of Trainers program. The Training of Trainers program prepared Hodan and other fellows to co-facilitate a Generation Change training for a new cohort of Nigerian fellows. In the Training of Trainers, Hodan learned to facilitate exercises around active listening, conflict analysis, and conflict styles. The facilitation skills Hodan gained through that Training of Trainers program have enabled her to be more effective in peace building in her community. In Kenya, Hodan organizes workshops to give youth from Nairobi's Somali refugee community the active listening skills they need to manage interpersonal conflicts. She also facilitates dialogues on community policing approaches for refugee communities who often have negative encounters with local security forces. Hodan and our other Generation Change Fellows are dedicated to reducing violence in their communities. Because they are working in their own communities, they provide the local knowledge and local ownership that are needed to make these projects succeed. These young peace builders are critical to building peace across the Middle East and Africa. We are honored to support such dynamic, inspiring individuals through Generation Change. I think one of the most important things about Generation Change is the community that we've developed. Through the relationship-based curriculum and the ongoing communication and support, these fellows have really become like a family. They continue to engage and support each other, they mentor each other and collaborate on programs, and it really enhances their sustainability and resilience as effective leaders. Part of the Generation Change curriculum is around storytelling. Through these exercises and a lot of self-reflection, we help participants articulate their purpose as civic leaders and what informs the work that they do. One of the moments that really impacted me during the Generation Change program is when I was listening to one of our fellows tell a story about how a really negative incident occurred in his life and how that transformed him as a person to wanting to make change in his community. So he founded an organization that supports young, disenfranchised youth and helps them make the right decisions as they go through adolescence. Generation Change is a program that engages young civic leaders. These civic leaders face so many challenges in their day-to-day work. By providing them additional skills, resources, and a community of support, we're able to help them sustain the work that they do and continue building peace in their communities. In many cases, youth are among the most affected in violent conflict. But what we've seen is that they have incredible capabilities and enthusiasm to creating positive change in their communities. Youth typically are among the most affected by violent conflict, but we've seen time and time again how resilient they can be. They're creative and energetic, and when given the opportunity and support they need, they can transform society.